We also got our channels on Blog Talk. We got a YouTube channel. We do Blog Talk Radio, which is Blog Talk Radio. What is it? www.blogtalkradio.com/Kawakam. That's on Sunday evenings, 9 o'clock Texas time. And you got www.blogtalkradio.com/Gad, G-A-D as in the tribe of Gad. And that's on 9 o'clock Texas time, Wednesday evenings. You got all these ways to get the truth. When we came in, what did you have to do to get the truth, brother?
I had to give up my life and come down here.
Where did you come from? Where did you come from? You're in Guatemala now, but where did you come from?
From London.
Brother had to cross the damn Atlantic Ocean and the damn Panama Canal, whatever the hell, to the Gulf of Mexico to get here. The brother on the camera the same way. So you brothers and sisters are fortunate to where the Most High has created mediums, you understand, where you can get it at home. Now, I don't know if you're going to have the benefit of being forged, talking about the brothers, like a brother's forged under the work of men, when the Most High, put us under the elders, Tahar, Jahan, Ariala, and all those brothers that was in their group. Your brothers, the Most High, your brothers, that forged the fuck out of us. That's all I can tell you, man. You couldn't be crying in these brothers' camp. And you know what? You don't get from YouTube, you get information and you get the truth. But you don't get worked on. It's one thing, the YouTube can't scream out at you and tell you the Shema, brother, you got it wrong. You be having, the Most High be having the men carve a character that you don't have in you. You understand? One of the things that I always like to advocate that you brothers do is, you didn't see these brothers in New York. You didn't see Philly and Philly. When are you guys going to take off and go put yourself under the yoke of their tutorship, of their shepherdhood? When you going to do that? I don't be telling nobody. I don't even advocate that nobody come out to Guatemala, because you know what be happening. Guatemala be the slayer of men. You know that. How many brothers that came and got broke out? Just tell the truth, man. Women, believe me, we don't even deal with the women out here, brother. We use women simply for procreate, man. We're just trying to keep from dying out in Guatemala. But it's the truth, man. You got this knowledge over the YouTube. This is what I see. And let me say this, like, you might call me old-fashioned or old school, but that's how, it's so old that, remember, that's how the apostles got it from Christ. And everybody that got it from the apostles got it that way. So why would I advocate anything other than you find? Let me say this. The scriptures tell you that what? That whoever give up something, you give up who that you leave, you sacrifice your family, you sacrifice your job, you sacrifice and say, yea, in your own life, your will. And you put yourself under the yoke of them brothers and watch what the Most High do for you. This thing costs, right? This ain't for free. The Most High call it a free gift because you don't deserve it. But you still got to make some effort to show the Most High what does it mean to you. That's in the scriptures, right? It says the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that found a goodly pearl in a field. It said he went back and sold everything that he had and what? In exchange for the field that pearl came from. That's what you're supposed to be doing, man. But anyway, let me get back on the topic. The whole topic was what? That people have been viewing the two witnesses. We're all over the place teaching. Go ahead.
Verse 4. These are the two olive trees and the two candlesticks standing before the God of the earth. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth.
Now let me say this. We've been attacked various times, and fire has proceeded out of our mouth. That's telling you that how we're protected now. Go to Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 14. How we're protected now. How do you think Tahar and them stay on the street saying what they say? They be cops all around. Brothers in Honolulu, all the brothers in Albuquerque, especially the brothers that came up under us in California. People be talking about a police state. California was a police state when I was growing up in the damn 1960s, man. I grew up in a damn police state. We used to get our asses kicked by the cops around me. What is it that keep us from being in danger? It's talking about, it's the will of the Most High. It's already prophesied in the word of the Most High that no weapon formed against us will prosper. And every time it rises up against us, those shall be condemned. So this is going to tell you why it says fire proceedeth out of their mouth. Jeremiah, that's chapter 5 verse 14, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 14. Wherefore, thus saith the Lord God of hosts, because ye speak this word.
Because it's talking about the word of the Most High. Because you speak this word, go ahead.
Behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire.
It's talking about we will be cutting people up. We be teaching some people, cutting other people up, but it's talking about the divine intervention of the Most High is what keeps us out of harm's way. That's what it means. Because the time it can't get for the Most High to destroy these people yet, that time is coming. It tells you we're going to get our power when Christ comes back, and then it tells you then we're going to be given the power to go and avenge ourselves of our enemies. Go ahead.
And this people would.
Read it again from the top, all the way through.
Verse 14. Wherefore thus saith the Lord God of hosts, because ye speak this word.
Because when he said this word, it's talking about this word here. Because you speak this word, go ahead.
Behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people would.
Okay, go ahead. And the word's fire, and the people that will come up against us, that will be in opposition, would, go ahead.
And it shall devour them.
And this word will devour them. That's what's keeping them back. Okay. Go ahead, brother.
Revelation chapter 11 and verse 5. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth.
Go ahead.
And devour their enemies.
Continue.
And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed.
Go ahead.
These have power to shut heaven, that it rain not in the days of their prophecy.
Now let me say this. Eventually this is going to happen. The Most High tell you that. When he said, these have power, we don't know who it is among us, but the time will come when the Most High will start giving these brothers that he have chosen. I can tell you right now, but I don't know what to do with that kind of power. I ain't got no control for that. I'll even fucking burn every goddamn thing up. I hate Esau and I hate every damn thing about this world, you know what I mean? But the Most High got brothers who he had handpicked. Just like he did Moses and Aaron, he's going to use them to plague these places. It tells you, it says to stop the heavens from raining. Go ahead.
These have power to shut heaven, that it rain not in the days of their prophecy.
Go ahead. So we know that we're prophesying now, so that hasn't happened yet, because nobody has the power. Go ahead.
And have power over waters.
Now remember, let me say this. So it's talking about the two witnesses, and the two witnesses is talking about the two kingdoms being put back together. So it's showing you, it ain't just talking about two people. It still goes. It ain't just two people that the Most High doing. It's talking about the prophets that the Most High has raised up in these times from all the tribes, wherever they are, he's going to have them play in these places. Go ahead.
And have power over waters to turn them to blood, and to smite the earth with all plagues.
Just like he did in Egypt. It said, turn the waters to blood and what?
And to smite the earth with all plagues.
With all plagues. That means all type of plagues. Like the Most High in Egypt with 10 plagues. The last one being the death of the firstborn of the Egyptians. Go ahead.
As often as they will.
As what?
As often as they will.
Now let me say this. I might be getting it wrong, which I doubt, but when it says as often as they will, it leaves one with the impression that, of course, under the orders of the Most High, but it's going to get to the point where the curses and the plagues are going to be what? At the discretion of what? At the discretion of the prophet. At the discretion of the person to whom the power is going to be given. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascended out of the
Now this is going back in time. The beast that ascended where?
Then
read it from the top.
Okay. And when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them.
Okay, let's go to the big map. I want you to stick right there. When it says that when they shall have finished their testimony, this is talking about the period of time when Esau, let's do this. Let's start off at 1490. 1490, like Christopher Columbus, 1492. What are the three significant things that happened in Europe? It was talking about in 1492, the discovery, supposedly the discovery of the Americas by Christopher Columbus, the New World, and the expulsion of the Jews out of Spain and Portugal, and there was a third thing. There were three major events that took place today. We were talking about the other day, but you don't remember one of them? Remember? 1492 marked an event, marked a year where you had the Jews were exposed. The expulsion of the Jews out of Spain and Portugal in 1492. The discoveries of the New World, so to speak. And there was one more. I cannot remember it, escaping right now. But the point is, those events mark. Remember, we went over earlier in Revelation chapter 9 about the bottomless pit where the smoke goes up with sure. Well, read that verse again.
Okay, verse 7. And when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit.
It's talking about the beast, the kingdom. Talking about Esau. The kingdom that would have ascended out of Europe, go ahead,
shall make war against them.
And they did. When did they? Let me say this. Let's go off with this. You got England, you got France, you got Spain, you got Portugal, came over to the New World and made war. Matter of fact, let me get the signs. We got them right up here. Came out of Europe. Here it is. I'm gonna put it on the front of the 12 tribes. I'm gonna put it in front of the 12 tribe sign. This is what it's talking about. Like it says, this is a book by William Sanders. Conquest. Hernando de Soto and the Indians, 1539 to 1545. Alright, De Soto. They should have his, well, let me see, because De Soto came and got Florida. They don't have his trail up here. They just got, it's talking about the very first ones. So you got the English came over, Cabot in 1497, Cartier from France in 1537, and then Hudson in 1610. Then you see the Columbuses, 1492 to 93, 93 to 96, 1502 to 04, Columbus, 1498 to 1500, 4 voyages, going to the Caribbean. And then from the Caribbean on up into Mexico. But this is what it's talking about. When it says ascending out of the bottomless pit, meaning they came back into power after having been dormant, after having been enslaved and taken out of power during the Dark Ages. Alright? And you can see they're coming all over to the new lands, okay? New Spain, they call it. The orange stripe tells you where the Portuguese came and conquered Brazil. Alright, it was pulling slaves out of Angola, Mozambique, and Tanzania. Alright, we're going to go on up. Read that verse again, how many edges up?
Verse 7. And when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that
now, this did not happen now. The testimony that it's talking about, in other words, it's talking about when our people were ruling in Europe. There was a time when our people were ruling in Europe. Go ahead.
The beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them.
And this was another aspect of making war. In other words, they conquered the Americas, took down all the natives of the New World, then they began to import, well, let me say this, which the previous map, that was the northern kingdom. That was, quote, Ephraim and his companions. And they took them nations, took those families down, took those lands, created their big New Spain, New Portugal, you understand? New England. They had them all. And then they began to import Judah and his companions in. This is what that verse is talking about. Go ahead.
And shall overcome them and kill them.
And shall overcome them and kill them. Go ahead. And listen to this. The Atlantic slave trade. 1500 to 1860. That's down 360 years, man. That's bad. You know why I said that's bad? Because the scriptures tell you there was about 350 that would be in their hand. Go ahead.
Verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the